Tune the tune, 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 tune the tune jam. Tune the tune, 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 tune the tune jam. Tune the tune, 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 tune the tune jam. Tune the tune, 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 tune. We are the tune jam. We are the tune jam. We are the tune jam.
Toon jam.
Tune jam.
Toon jam. Toon jam. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Toon Jam. I am Matt.
And I am J-Man.
And if you didn't guess by the
The theme tune.
of today's,
The
and also
Pitch Perfect theme
the
tune.
title of the episode,
Yes.
today we are talking about the Moomins,
Moomin.
or Moomin.
Yeah,
As
Moomin
it's,
singular.
Yeah. I always thought it was called the Moomins,
So did I.
but alas, no, it is called
Moomin, as in centered on the main character as the young male Moomin himself.
Yeah, his name is Moomin.
Is Moomin, yes.
and his dad is Papa Moomin,
Papa Moomin.
and
is
Mama Moomin.
Mama Moomin, yeah. Which is, again, it's a very weird time because was Papa Moomin initially Moomin, and then once they had Moomin, they became Papa Moomin and Mama Moomin.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they from? What were they? Just Papa and Mama.
Yeah,
Before, and
initially.
he was just Papa. I don't really.
How does that work? I always wondered how that
Maybe
works.
is it just like what I always thought it was just what they were like.
Right.
They are a Moomin.
Yeah. So did I. Yeah, I thought
So
that
it's
was
just
their,
like
their
like
breed.
Papa Bear, Mama
Yeah.
Bear, and Bear.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it's like their name apparently.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Mysteries are moving straight away.
Straight.
Yeah, straight away.
And we haven't even got into a bit of background info.
No, not yet.
So let me hit you with some background info right now. Moomin is a Japanese, Finnish, Dutch anime television series. Not something we've covered before.
No.
It is produced by Telecable Benelux BV and based on the Moomin novels and comic strips by the Finnish illustrator and author Tove Jansson and her brother Lars Jansson. It was the third anime adaptation of the property and the first to receive distribution in other countries worldwide, which is why it's the only one we really know.
Yeah.
Moomin first aired on TV Tokyo from April 12th, 1990 to April 3rd, 1991. And the series has also been dubbed into English, as we just previously said, and aired on CBBC in the United Kingdom during the same year. So that's where we would have watched it.
Yeah.
Well, probably not. We'd probably watched it later because we'd have been a bit young then.
Yeah.
It takes place in the peaceful Moomin Valley, and you will come to know the many fun times in Moomin Valley. But here's an interesting fact about it. It helped fuel the air quotation right here, Moomin boom
Oh.
of the 1990s. Included an obsession with the Moomin plush toys in Japan.
Ah.
Very popular. They made a film, a second season in Japan that we never got, and a film, which was called something about like Moomin in the Comet or something like that. I can't remember. Comet in Moomin Land.
Oh.
And something I didn't know, there are several video games
Yeah, I don't know this.
released throughout the 90s, and then a couple in the noughties too, including Moomin Tale and Mumi Tani no Okurimomono,
Oh, yeah.
which came out on the DS
Wow.
in Japan, not over here.
I wonder how they work.
Don't know.
I imagine they'd be like RPGs, maybe.
Maybe like platform.
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine the older ones would be
Would
like
be
platforms,
platformers,
but
yeah.
the newer ones, I'm not so sure. But yeah, it is an interesting show. It's definitely unique.
It is, yeah.
Very unique. So, before we go too much into the episode we watched, which was episode 1,
Yeah.
Springtime in Moomin Valley.
Yeah.
Let's discuss our memoirs. So, Moomin.
Moomin. Well, first,
Moomin.
well, my memory.
I didn't remember that.
My memory is that it's called The Moomins.
The Moomins, yeah.
So,
But apparently not.
no, false
The
memory.
earlier shows that we wouldn't have seen were called The Moomins.
Ah.
This, however, was just called Moomin. What do you remember of it? Do you remember it?
Yeah, like I have fleeting memories of like I remember seeing the cartoon on, and I remember the design and the look of the characters and stuff, and sort of the general tone of it being pretty friendly
I
or
remember
whatever,
being
with like
pretty
weird
prominent.
elements. Yeah.
It's not like a vague memory, is it?
No, it's it was definitely maybe we were in the midst of the Moomin boom.
Yeah.
So I remember it being about quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember any specific episodes or anything.
No,
but
I don't remember like anything other than the cartoon as well. Like when you start to Google a few of the characters, some of them are vague. I didn't remember like the kangaroo guy.
Yeah.
That's in this episode, but there's like a black hairy fellow.
Yeah.
That is. He looks a bit like one of them fries things from McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just like Captain Caveman or something.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, I remember Little Mai as well. Like,
yeah.
She's very iconic.
Yeah, and what's impressive, I think, is that I don't really remember much of it, but I really do remember it, and it didn't have anything. A lot of them that we remember, especially the little things, you just remember having the toys.
Yeah.
But don't remember any Moomin toys.
No.
Did McDonald's do a Moomin?
Maybe.
Obviously, they did plushes in Japan. And
Yeah.
a great part of the Moomin
Oh yeah,
boom.
the Moomin boom.
I mean, of the early 90s. Come on.
No, I don't remember seeing any Moomin toys. No.
Just remember, I think probably because it's so strange.
Yeah.
Like it was, I remember it being a bit scary.
Yeah.
Almost, but not scary enough. But a bit like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. There was certain bits where it was like.
And they were also weird. Like I say, what's her name?
Little Mai.
Yeah, I remember her being a bit like.
Yeah, like not friendly.
Yeah,
I didn't really
nasty.
like it.
Like, they're all they've got a bit of an edge to them that's a bit strange.
Yeah. But I remember liking it as a kid.
Yeah, I don't remember thinking like this is crap.
Yeah.
It was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was just
it was.
a bit like
What is this?
it was a bit like a freak show.
It was, yeah. Yeah. Good
Well, with that,
said.
let's shall we jump to springtime in Moomin Valley?
Let's rewind. Playthrough. So we start off here with there's a narrator that sort of invites us into Moomin Valley. He's talking about the weather and how at this moment, like it was cold and it's a very snowy winter.
Yeah, it's the end of winter, isn't it?
Yeah,
basically?
and so like you see the aerial shots of Moomin Valley and stuff.
Yeah.
It's all very white coated, but then eventually it thaws out. And you start to see the houses underneath and the mountaintops, and it becomes very picturesque, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's got it does feel kind of like a Finnish or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's
or
weird,
like,
isn't it? Because I always knew it was sort of European,
yeah,
some sort. I didn't know what it was, but I had a vague memory that it was a bit Japanesey.
yeah,
You know, when you just like, I don't really understand what.
yeah. How is it?
How
both?
I've had. It's not. Yeah, but obviously it is both.
Yeah,
But it does have a feel of both.
yeah, it does.
It does
Yeah,
feel like both.
it's such a strange hybrid, right, of the two, and so we like as the place is thawed out and the hills are back in the scene and everything. We focus in on. We get to see Moomin like waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
He's like looking out the window and it's like, oh, it's springtime. Like he's excited. He jumps up and he goes and wakes up Little Mai, who isn't very happy about being woken up at all.
But he's kind of fairly thick-skinned about it.
Yeah, he's pretty bubbly.
He's like,
little character.
you told me to wake you up.
Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. Like you did tell me to wake you up.
He's like, no one's saying you have to.
Yeah.
And she's like,
yeah. She's always kind of aggressive. Like she seems like she's gonna kick off at any moment.
Yeah, and like attack.
Yeah, she's got a bit of an attitude.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she sort of feels kind of cunning. Like she's got a bit. She's very sly. very weird little character.
It's a weird that she's like a friend.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
because it's not someone that you'd really be friends with.
No.
Especially Moomin, because he just seems so light-hearted.
Yeah,
whatever.
just jolly fellow.
Yeah, so he bounds downstairs and then he like pretty much runs outside, and heads to go meet like because he hears a flute, is it that someone's playing? So like there's the guy.
I can't remember his name.
No.
Just some guy.
Yeah, that's like in the sort of. He's got his weird little green hat and stuff.
Yeah.
This like little poncho, and he's
It's
out
just
playing the
some-
flute.
Yeah.
So he's on the bridge. So they run and collect him, and they run and collect like the
Kangaroo
kangaroo guy. And they're
Can't
basically
remember what he is.
no, I can't. No,
Weird.
not sure.
It's like some made up thing, like a Moomin. I
Yeah,
suppose,
yeah. They're all like weird little characters, and they all head up like a mountain, and they discover a top
They go
hat.
to see a view, don't they? They want to be the first to see
Yeah,
the
Moomin
valley in spring.
Yeah, yeah. And while they're up there, they discover someone's left a top hat lying around. And they're like, oh, Moomin's like, oh, like Popper would like this.
Yeah, because Popper wears a top
hat. Yeah. So they apparently they just go all the way back down the mountain, head straight to the
that was
house.
good.
Like here's the top hat, by the way. And they have a right laugh when Popper puts it on, and it's slightly too big for him.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, look, oh, it's
too
stuck
big.
on my head.
I can't even see. And then continues to walk around the room.
Yeah,
and
he plays
smack,
like blind man's buff with it.
yeah,
and-
for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then can't get it quite off.
yeah.
But it's too big for him, and they decide that, well, we'll just use it as a waste paper bin.
Yeah.
So they
Just
turn
stick it by the door.
Yeah, and then that just becomes the bin.
Yeah.
It's like,
This is trash, so...
yeah, cool. We'll just put more
Yeah.
trash in it. And then those guys, like the Moomin, Little Mai, and the rest of them just end up like playing for a bit. And then like Mama finds some like, it looked like eggshells to me that she found on the floor.
it was just like, it was like eggshells, wasn't
Yeah. And she just chucked them in the hat.
it? Yeah.
Which was their new bin. And bizarrely,
It gets really
yeah.
sinister here, doesn't it?
Yeah, because the music is like terrifying.
Yeah.
It is like
I
the
was-
most chilling tones.
Because I was a bit like, before this happened,
Yeah.
I was a bit like,
It's
sort of half paying attention almost.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's all good, it's all... And then
Yeah.
that music
It's
kicks
like-
in and you're like, what?
Yeah, just
Glued to the screen.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
it
This
was
is
the
terrifying.
most sinister synths I've ever
Yeah.
heard. Like just as these bizarre pink clouds
Oh.
start puffing out of the hat and like out through the
Yeah.
windows and into Moomin Valley. And it's you're like, what? That's
It's,
a bit
it's a
weird.
bit scary.
Yeah, but then Moomin's like, oh wow, like they're clouds, and he starts like jumping on top of them,
Yeah.
and they start having a good time.
And then the music
it's-
changes to happy again. You're
and
like,
it's all
wow, well, that was
okay,
just, like,
Phew,
weird.
that was close.
Whoever's on the soundtrack work
Yeah.
there needs to chill out.
Just like
yeah.
oh, flipping out. And so they start messing around on the clouds. They'd like start floating away. Moomin floats to like Popper's study,
Yeah.
and the Popper's like very sketchily hanging out the window on one of them.
Oh, Moomin,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Come closer so I can grab you. Moomin, no.
And he like pulls him out the window.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
"Hey."
"Hey." So they're just having a laugh on the clouds.
He full on falls out the window as well.
Yeah,
doesn't
he does at one point, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, that's a bit
Like-
sketchy. I thought he was like
I thought
gonna,
Moomin was a good guy.
yeah, and then he just pulls his dad out of the window. But they're just having a pretty jolly time. And then I think at some point they come back. I don't know how they get off. I can't remember
The
getting off
clouds
the
start
clouds.
like dissipating, don't
Disintegrate.
they? And they disappear and
And
they
so
all
they're,
come down.
they're
And...
not sure where they came from at that point, though, are they? I don't think.
No. They were just like,
and-
that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. They head into the house and they start playing hide and seek. And so everybody finds like a place to go. Moomin first tries to hide in the fireplace, but then
Yeah.
realizes that's,
That's a
terrible
terrible
hiding place. And then instead decides to hide in the hat underneath the chair.
Yeah.
So he puts the hat over him and sits under the chair.
And
then-
you're kind of aware of that sinister music
yeah,
still kind of about
it's
the hat.
like,
It's a bit
yeah,
like,
you're like, oh
I'm
no,
not comfortable with this.
something dodgy's going to go on here. Everybody else is found during hide and seek,
Yeah.
and they're like, where is Moomin? And then Little Mai's like, well, he was hiding in the fireplace last time I seen him, but he's not there now. And then we hear him giggling from underneath the chair inside the hat, and they all hear him laughing
Yeah.
because he's just having such a good time knowing that he hasn't been caught. So they're like, he's under the chair. They lift the hat up, and then there is this
Single most horrifying moment in any
Yeah.
cartoon I've ever watched.
just frightening, hideous,
Yeah.
pink, like monkey, like hairy, bizarre
The
thing.
huge mouth. It's
Yeah.
something you'd only see in Japanese animation.
Yeah, it's a monster. It's
It's
a
horrible.
monstrous creature.
Like I threw up on first sight.
And it is alarming, like genuinely
Yeah.
disturbing thing that has appeared with Moomin's voice, and like for ages they're like, who are you?
Yeah. and
What
he's
are
like,
you?
I'm Moomin.
Yeah, and he's trying to say like, it's me, Moomin, and nobody gets it because he
Everyone's
doesn't
like, who are you? No, stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it. Who are you? Where's my son?
And he's
That's what Papa's like.
So where's
my son?
Where is my son? And then it's not until Mama Moomin comes in and she does some sort of like soul stare into his eyes.
But the thing is, he's like
Yeah.
distraught.
He starts crying and everything.
It's horrible.
It
like,
is, yeah. Like, it's me. Like, you surely know your boy.
He's
like,
crying and
yeah.
crying, and they're like, "Oh."
They're like, no, it's not you.
It was like a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was like a watching a nightmare.
yeah.
Genuinely never felt so uncomfortable watching a cartoon.
It was like, what has happened?
Just like,
Yeah. And then thanks to Mama's like deep stare, she gives him a hug and
Soul
she's like,
sight.
yeah, it is my Moomin, you are my Moomin. And then he slowly begins to like transform back into Moomin.
yeah,
And
that is a relief.
yeah, because
I thought it was going to be a very different series.
yeah. And then very irresponsibly, I might add, they throw the hat in the river.
They're just like, we're done with
They're
this.
just like, see you
Bye.
later. Just give that nightmare to somebody else.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, sure, get rid of it because you don't want that in your
Don't know,
house.
that was horrifying, but burn
Yeah.
it or something.
Yeah, do something like,
But
don't
then
just
I suppose,
throw it
what
away.
do you do? You'd have to like, I don't know what you do. With
No,
that.
but I think like, I mean, they didn't even cover it up.
No,
They didn't
just
like
nothing.
bury it like Jumanji or
Yeah,
anything, did
no,
they?
it
They
was-
just chucked it in the river.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, see you later. Could land on a fish any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Exactly. Oh, I
Godzilla.
don't want to see that episode when the fish comes back. But that's pretty much the end of the episode. Yeah.
Toon Jam. Toon Jam.
Before we go into this anymore,
Yeah.
should you have ever thought of watching any more Moomins, I just want to warn you.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Did you see what episode 2 is called?
Yeah, I did, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Have we got it wrong?"
Yeah,
We're
I
like,
thought the same. I checked through it. We hadn't.
"Oh no." Yeah, I would.
So for those of you at home, episode 2 is the magic hat.
Oh no,
It's
oh,
back.
man.
I watched a little bit of it
Really?
and just happened to click at a certain, halfway through the episode, and they explained. I was like, "Oh, this is lucky."
Yeah.
The hat belonged to a hobgoblin wizard that came to Moomin Valley
Right.
looking for jewels.
Right.
I don't know if it's that little hairy guy.
Oh, maybe.
I remember him being a bit
Sketchy.
dodgy. Yeah, like. But I mean, you'd have to watch more.
Yeah.
But yeah, be warned.
Yeah. That is. Oh man, I forgot about that. I forgot that that's the next one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because I was a bit like at the end of the episode, like, what just happened?
No, I know. It was. I don't remember. This is probably why I didn't watch lots of the movies.
Yeah.
I think maybe a part of me knew that I was terrified of it.
I do remember it being weird. I remember it
Yeah.
being a bit scary. But I don't remember it being like,
That's scary.
that was horrible.
It's just like.
It was just, it's not just that it happened, like, and
Yeah.
it was hideous, and
Yeah.
it made me throw up and like cat my pants at the same time. It's not just that.
Yeah.
It was how distraught he was. How,
Yeah.
like he was crying, and it was,
It's-
which is I suppose how you would feel. And
Yeah. But it was like
too-
so dramatic for a kids' show.
It was too
Yeah.
much. It
And,
really
like,
upset me.
and
Like,
the
watching it.
music from the clouds as well. Like the music did
Yeah.
not help the situation. Like if you had it without the music, it'd
Yeah.
probably be half as scary. But
Do you know what? Like, I'm gutted. Like, so for those of you you won't know, but I did a really high caliber degree at university, film and TV production. people do law, people do film and TV production. Anyone else, what?
Whatever.
Yeah. But if I'd had seen this, I could have done so many presentations to higher grades just by using this one episode.
Oh man,
I could have used this for every single piece of work I did, because it's just everything.
Yeah.
A study in really in extremes.
It's
because at the start it's the quaintest
Yeah,
show.
it really
it's
is.
almost boring because it's so quaint.
It's like, well, there's gonna be no adventure here because it's just all.
It's almost like it is, because it's like Europe meets Japan, and they just, and it's not just Europe. It's like North Europe, Finland, and
the
they're
Dutch
like,
as well.
like
the happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, so
isn't that like the happiest country to live in, like in the world?
I don't know if it's Denmark, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
Like they've got
in that region,
high happy,
it's just good vibes over
whereas
there.
Japan does not have like the highest depression rate.
Yeah,
it does, doesn't it? So like together they've created this incredible mesh of like
just
bipolar the show.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh man, it's what a display! What a display!
I can honestly not say I've seen anything like it.
No, I wasn't expecting it at all. It came as it took me off guard.
And that's why I did want to watch it again, because I vaguely remember it being strange.
Yeah.
And when I started it, it just took all away that anticipation. It was like I'd forgotten why I was just like, oh right.
It's like,
okay,
this is probably just a fun kid show.
It's just like Sylvanian
family,
the show or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it really wasn't. As soon as that cloud came out.
Oh man.
Because what was weird, how effective that was, is that a cloud came out and nothing happened.
Yeah.
But I still felt a bit like it was horrible, like ominous.
It was
like when he hid in that hat.
Yeah, you're like, oh no.
I wanted to turn it off.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch anymore, and I wish I hadn't.
Because when he first came out and he was like underneath the chair, it was like genuinely frightening. Like what is that? It was like, oh, they're all gonna get killed. Like, what is that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it shook me up.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm surprised my TV didn't break. It was so vile.
It's so weird. Like, how is this like given to children? It's such a disturbing show. Like, I'm disturbed now.
I like to the fact that you wonder how much of it you watched and repressed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like,
because it's terrifying.
I have to go through the series and realize how many of my nightmares were just drawn by Japanese animators.
But and I know I said it before, but it was like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was.
Like it's not. I don't feel like I'm exaggerating in saying it felt like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like emotionally charged, as well as like being like graphically, like unsettling.
I would just genuinely probably watch the next episode out of just
like I need
morbid curiosity.
Yeah, like where does this go?
Does it get better? Yeah. Or does it get worse?
Oh man,
in a horrifying way.
Yeah.
And part of me hopes it gets worse.
Yeah. It's such a, like, I think because Moomin is just so nice, such a joy of it.
Just the character design of it, like it's like a marshmallow.
Yeah,
he's like a hippo marshmallow. Yeah, they're all just so likable looking.
Yeah,
the people are a bit weird, but
still they're sort of like they've got like an elvish charm to them, haven't they?
That's it. They're very charming.
Yeah.
The whole area is like, a valley, Moomin Valley.
So sweet.
It's springtime, the snow is melting, and you are emotionally ruined for the rest of your life. Delightful.
Oh man.
Incredible.
What a show.
Yeah.
What a show. Yeah.
But that was it, like just the imagery of him. That felt so Japanese as well.
Yeah, it did.
It was like Japanese folklore-y, just charged with bizarre horror.
Like it didn't look like the same show when he came out.
Yeah.
He was drawn very differently. Like, and it was like something has happened.
Yeah,
here. Something has occurred, and I'm unsure what it is. Yeah,
but it was like to go aside from like the weirdness and all that. The animation was really good. It was all hand drawn, clearly. Yeah. But it just looked so delightful.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Until that
nice
moment,
picture.
like But even the cloud was like impressive.
It's funny how the title sequence as well does not allude to any weirdness.
No.
Da, 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 da. Like you just
We
like
are the Moomins. It's just like happy-go-lucky.
yeah, like oh wow, what a fun
Sets
day
you
we're
up for
gonna
a
have
really
today.
lame episode.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like it's springtime in Moomin Valley. The snow has finally melted. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, cool. And then
like you before watching it, you'd be like, if you hadn't seen it, you were just building a layout of shows. You're a
Yeah.
CBBC, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
well, just put it on after Okie Doke.
yeah, that's it.
It's the same sort of thing.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it really is.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it
wonder
should be
if-
shown after like watershed hours.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if this caused some sort of havoc in the TV. like the reason we haven't seen any
Yeah.
episodes is because they only aired episode
This-
one.
it's like-
It just got pulled. People got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we're always on about spooky shows?
Yeah.
Do you think this is why they don't make them?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you think so? We watched 5 Halloweeny
Yeah.
themed shows. Not one of them
Came close.
touched. Yeah,
No-
the horror
nowhere
of this
near.
episode. None of them were really scary.
No.
For a start, but even the ones that like I don't know, maybe Extreme Ghostbusters was
Yeah.
visually gruesome.
Yeah.
You didn't feel like ugh, you were
No.
just like, oh yeah, that's a giant maggot or whatever.
Yeah.
But this
This is truly like,
is horror.
yeah, this is like, it's hard to explain
Yeah.
just how well they seesaw, like from just like
Yeah.
delightful little marshmallow.
It just
people.
shows you like you don't need jump scares. You don't even need to build up much tension.
No.
You just need to create nightmares.
Yeah,
like because that's what it's just one of them horrible situations where
Yeah.
nothing really scary is happening.
No. But
But imagine that.
yeah,
Oh.
your own parents don't
And just
recognise you.
seeing how
You've been
distraught-
transformed into a hideous creature
Yeah.
that you just weren't aware of, and you're standing in front of the people that you love,
Yeah.
and nobody knows who you are. Like that in itself is
Yeah.
a frightening scenario.
Like
but
for a while, your mum doesn't even recognise you.
yeah,
It's lucky she had soul stare.
yeah, it is, yeah. Imagine if they
Yeah.
didn't, and they just kicked Moomin out
Yeah.
into the streets to just live as the hideous
Could've-
beast that he was.
I mean, okay, so we've not really left that moment.
No,
It eclipses the entire
it
episode.
does, yeah,
Quite a lot happened.
yeah.
Most of it happy, but it does eclipse the
It
entire...
really does.
Yeah.
Like most of the rest of the episode, I don't remember.
No.
Like the clouds.
And I remember it ending a bit abruptly.
Yeah.
But almost... It's kind of because it was so horrifying.
Yeah.
You were just glad it was over.
You're like, ooh, just exhale, like, oh
Yeah.
boy.
This is a genuine... If you at home watch it or have watched it, I'd love to know what you think, because
Yeah.
we joke around a lot, but this really did feel
Yeah.
like bizarre. So let us know what you thought, or if you've seen any more and there's other moments that are worth looking at, because we'll definitely revisit that.
Yeah.
Maybe do a Moomin month in October.
That's
like
it.
Just pure horror. But yeah, that's. I think from that,
Yeah.
we can only go to our ratings.
Yeah.
Okay, so here at Toon Jam, we have a immaculate 3-point rating system. Thumbs up, it's springtime, baby.
Yeah.
Thumbs down, do I need to say it? And shaky middle, put in your rubbish in a hat for a bin.
Yeah.
Create sinister music,
Yeah.
but good times.
Yeah.
So up and down. So basically, good, bad, in the middle. So, Moomin, episode 1, springtime in Moomin Valley.
Well,
Your thoughts?
I mean, it's got the premise of a delightful little show. It's fun. It's colourful. It's vivid. The characters are just joyful people.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a nice little family environment, and they've got friends, and they just want to go out and enjoy the times. And then we are hit with just disturbing imagery, absolutely
Yeah.
earth-shattering disasters.
Yeah.
all from just one household item. This is something that they just found. It's just a hat. It's not even, it's not even really a sentient being that's come in to
No, it's just
to
a
ruin them.
magic top
A
hat.
single hat just ruins the day.
The first day of spring.
Yeah. So you can only imagine what horrors lurk elsewhere in Moomin Valley. And so I think being a lover of horror and knowing that the things that disturbed me as a child are now some of my favourite things, there's no way I can't give this a thumbs up from being just
Thumbs up.
pure terror.
Yeah.
I feel like the company has been brave almost in saying this is a kids show, but we're going to put this much terror into the animation, and it's I want to see this more.
Yeah.
Whether it's good for anyone, I don't know, but
I'm really not
I would
sure.
love to see more of this.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily. It's horrifying,
Yeah.
but I can't imagine it would damage you too much in the long term.
No, probably.
And it's like I say, it's adventurous. It's cool.
Yeah.
No one ever has to watch anything, so
That's true.
you can watch one and be like, I never want to watch that again.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
you can get more out of it.
Yeah.
It's so strange because the first half essentially is Harvest Moon,
Yeah.
and then the second half is like The Ring or something. Like it's just I never thought that could exist. But really strange, such a strange show. And the first half I was like, it's a bit like some weird version of Winnie the Pooh or something. I'm not particularly loving it.
No.
I'm not hating it. I was probably shaky middle.
Yeah.
But as soon as that hat came into play, my eyes widened and ears perked, and I watched it properly after that, and then it really did turn, as we've stated.
Yeah.
And I can't help but give it a thumbs up because I think it will stay with me forever. Whenever it's mentioned, I'll be like, anyone ever says like, oh, I used to love the Moomins or Moomin, I'll be like, have you ever watched it since? I will always say that because it is so different to anything I imagined.
Yeah.
Really impressed me in a weird way.
When those synths started from the hat, I was like, this is like that's a tone that just unsettles me in a way that I can't describe.
Yeah.
And like I knew something was afoot then, but I had there was
And
no way I could have anticipated.
It went away, so I was like, it must just be like
just weird music,
Japanese soundtracking or something like that. I didn't know, and and that is like a really it was really clever at the same time. Like that was filmmaking 101 sort of thing.
Yeah. So foreboding.
Yeah. Because you knew when he got in the hat.
Yeah, you're like.
And it also like when he got the hat stuck on his head when he was messing around.
Yeah.
It gave you like soured memories of a good time.
Yeah.
As soon as that smoke came out, you were a bit like, what was that hat doing to him? Like,
yeah.
He's lucky actually. Those like horrible close shaves you see and stuff, and you're like, bloody hell, they didn't even realize. This. So there's no way. I suppose it could have left without 2 thumbs up after that.
Yeah, what a show.
And it's one of them things where you go and see it and you say, that was amazing. Yeah, I really rate that. Yeah. But I never want to see it again. I didn't enjoy it. I can't explain what I was so impressed by it, but didn't enjoy it. Sort of thing. It's not something you watch to enjoy, which you'd never ever. I've never seen a cartoon like that.
No.
Where I've been like, impressive, but I never want to.
Never want to
revisit that situation.
So remarkable.
Yeah. One of the most interesting shows we've watched.
I'd definitely say that. Yeah,
it's been a heavy time.
Who knew? Who knew? I would never have anticipated that.
No, I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
So that was awesome to watch that.
Yeah.
If you've watched it, let us know what you thought as well, because that was one of the most interesting of the bunch. Go away and watch it.
Yeah.
See what you think.
It's a must.
But that's all we have time for today.
Yeah.
It's been a dream as always.
It's been a ride.
A violent, horrible, nightmarish dream. A dream nonetheless. If you liked the show, or like the show in general, please rate and review us. It does us so much help, and it takes you like 2 seconds. It's wicked. We also have a Patreon, which you get a bit extra for your book. But otherwise, thank you again for listening, and until next time, stay jammy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.